Morning, 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 everyone. This is Trent Follow this side, and it's that time of the week. Today, we look at some of the zones, some of the buys that we think can happen next week, some of the trade ideas that we are interested in for next week. Before we start, I think something that hasn't happened till now, which is an apology in line. I couldn't upload a video last week. I wasn't feeling well. Plus, on top of that, I had some errands to run, so I thought like I will just make a video for the sake of it. Uh, the value wouldn't be there. It wouldn't be very high quality, which is my mostly which is my goal, right? So I didn't. Having said that, I did comment a lot in on Twitter. Please feel free to follow me there. And I think we did very well according to the trade ideas I posted, which was based on CAD weakness. My trades are still open on CAD with stop loss and break even. We'll see how it goes this week. So let's start with the most important thing, our tradition, which is, you know, looking at the news. Here's the news for this week. Before I go in, can I zoom this in? Let me just open it with this. Yeah. So before we start, let's look at the news. So what is interesting to me is we start with CNY news and CHF news. Now remember, they're orange folder news. So I the the importance is less, but the manipulation can still happen. So I would be very interested because both are risk off currencies, right? Right. So CNY can have affect JPY, CHF, CHF. So that would be interesting. Then Australian dollar, right? Cash rates, monetary statement. This would be damn important. Now, see how these both are not correlated, but like inversely related. So that would be interesting watch. The next important thing is CAD, right? So CAD CPI would be damn important. Then GPP, right? Then I think it's Euro PMI on Thursday, later part of the week, so that doesn't help much. But then GBP also, GBP PMI also, and then USD PMI also. So a lot of PMI news, and then CAD retail sales. These two are later in the week. What is interesting to me is a lot of important news at the start of the week, which is related to CAD and Australian dollar, right? This, I feel, these orange folder news are the perfect news for manipulation. So, whatever action happens here, I will most probably consider it manipulation, thinking about like what's happening. We'll see. All right, so that's news. I think the most important is Australian dollar and CAD. And coincidentally, according to my bias, something is related to CAD. So I think I should start with future chart. I think those are the most important, right? So what is important to me on DXY? Let's start with that, right? So before I even start with the future chart, let me give a heads up, right? And maybe some of you will stop watching the video, but I have to do my duty, irrespective of uh what do you think about it. I think it's my duty to tell you. The last week and this week also, it's not gonna be that easy. It's a market is not in sync, and I don't know the exact reason, but market is not in sync technically. Things are not happening according to the monthly trend. The weekly trend is not happening according to the monthly trend, which means, and it's already half of the month, right? So I have a feeling that either this week will when that happens, that means either we are reversing the monthly trend, one, The second, either we are just manipulating. And I feel both of that are happening. I will not go into too much details of it. Some may consider it not interesting. Just give me the trade ideas. I understand, right? So I will not go too much into details of it, but I can give you the trade ideas, right? So keep in mind, it would not be easy this week. The market is not in sync. And I'm just to clarify, I'm talking about swing trades. So I would just suggest whatever trade you take, don't target lot of hours. Like don't target 3 hour. So 3 hour is maybe fine, but 4 hour, 3.5 hour, it's gonna be tough, right? Anyway, so we'll start with some of the futures chart, and I will explain in between somewhere, right, why I think market is not in sync. It will all make sense. Like whatever I say is not my feeling. It's just pure technical analysis and my reasoning behind it. Anyway, let's start with DXY, right? The most important one, USD. So what is important to know on DXY, this is the first culprit of why monthly is not weekly is against monthly right now. You have this up close candle, weekly up close. You have this weekly up close, two, and you have three weekly up close candle. What does that mean? That means the probability of doing this reduces. Can it happen? Sure. I would have but then I would have loved it when it happens with USD major red news. I don't see anything right now, unless some global news happens. So in these cases, if you say, oh, I can have a huge red candle come down here, I would say, okay, possible. Anything is possible in the market. And because the monthly trend is low, so I would still maybe agree with you. But if you say, oh, we can just go up also, I would still agree. Whenever things rise slowly like that, that means many people are shorting it and it can cause short squeeze. So you can get a big green candle or continue going up. That's what I want to say majorly. So right now, yes, DXY is against the monthly trend, but the weekly trend is in favor of it. So I am going with DXY bullishness. Having said that, whenever it goes like here, I will exit my position. Then it comes here. If it goes here, I will exit. Like I will not hold it till all the way here or something, right? That's what I mean. Because till the monthly trend settles down, I cannot go very bullish on DXY. But the weekly trend is bullish. What is important to know is we are supporting this uh daily block, right? We have a bullish engulfing. Now what can happen is we can continue going up. So this week we will be uh, bullish on DXY. Now, what's the draw on liquidity? I do feel it can reverse anytime because there are many here, right? So for me, but if I want to short DXY, this is my extreme zone, so I will focus on this. But right now, at least, till the weekly candle reverses, I'm bullish on DXY. Okay, so then the next is CAD. So you have a down close candle on CAD, right? You have equal lows. I have posted this on Twitter also. I do feel CAD is the weakest among them because it's a clear drawn liquidity. We have a down close candle, very good supply. The only downside about CAD is I would have loved if CAD could have done something like this, right? Like if this area was tested. So sometimes what happens is because this area is not tested, you can see a manipulation till here and then go down, right? Now, what does that mean for us, right? So what I would see CAD as, okay, that it can, there are few aspects here. One is you go down, right? You take this draw of liquidity, equal lows, and that's what I'm focusing on. My positions are like that. And exit, right? I will exit here. Point being, don't think CAD can do this and just hold your position. If you're in it, sure. right? It can, but my if you're not in it, there is a slight probability that CAD futures comes here and we see something like this, right? If you're not in it. If you're in it, I think just exit here. But if you're not in it, I think there is a slight possibility that it does this or it does this. So that's my this and this is my areas of focus on CAD. There can be like let's say we come here, right? That means drawn liquidity is taken. When it comes here, I would like to watch the price action, right? I think that this can happen or this can happen. If any manipulation happens to the upside on CPI news, then it's a great short opportunity according to me on CAD. At least the least I would expect is something like this back to here. That's what I think on CAD. I'm bearish biased on CAD. I think the probability of coming here is less. Instead, I think the probability may be here, yes, but that's it. So we are biased on CAD. You have two down close candle. I think it's gotta go down further, or at least if a bounce happens, I'll short it. Next is Euro USD. This is damn confusing. I did mention on Twitter that I think this is a great zone to short. My preference is still this zone. I didn't short this. I instead short CAD because I felt I want this area. Like I know you can go down from here. I knew this because there is a 12-hour supply here, which I mentioned on my Twitter account. But then there's a level on level, right? So let's say for me personally, let's say I short here, put a stop loss here, and then exit here, let's say, or even here, example say, that's not enough for me to uh, enter the position. So on Euro USD, this is the one where I don't know if it will happen, but if it happens, I would love to enter. I would love to enter here, right? Uh, Not here. Let me just 12 hour. Yeah. So yeah, here. Because this this is a great supply where we rejected from. Maybe we bounce, right? And this is a great supply which is level on top of level. So let me clear this up and show again. So 12 hour Euro USD. Oh no, on here, right? So 12 hour, one is this supply where we just rejected, and one is this supply. Yes, of course, you see this rejection, it can continue, but for me, my risk to reward is better here. So I would like to enter here, and then I would like to see a shot. Now, again, the problem is these trades are against the monthly trend. That's a big problem, guys, right now. But because you have it feels like you have formed a daily supply, not a clean one. Till the trend is there, I would rather just take it and put, when it comes here, I would put stop loss to break even just to be safe. I will not go against the weekly trend because, yes, I do swing trades, but I don't trade for 2, 3 months. Instead, I trade for 4, 5 days, right? So, max. That's what I prefer. So I would rather follow the weekly trend than the monthly trend. Anyway, so Euro USD, we are still down. We are still bearish biased on weekly, right? So, but again, as I said, all of these are again the monthly trend. It's that time of the year, I guess. So we'll have to take what we get, right? And that means that we have to settle with what the trade gives us. So 2 hour, 3 hour, 2.5 hour, whatever. Point being, right now weekly trend is down, so I will go with that. Now let's look at CHF. I waited so long for this area to be tested, but it didn't. So now this gets interesting, guys. This gets really interesting. Uh, there are two probability here, and what the reason I'm telling you this is because lot of Your odd and NZD and CHF and JPY would depend on this. So whenever you get this pattern, it means that yes, yes, you have this weekly downtrend, and ideally you should continue going down. This is what it feels like. But there is a slight chance that because of the support, you just pull this all straight move. I doubt it. I really do. But this also means that I want 1 or 2 days of move to get more information to be safe. So what I think on this is if there is a bounce, right, I would like to see price coming here and then get rejected. So that's what my focus would be on CHF. Okay. Now, why did we talk about these three? Because I'm bearish biased on these three, right? So let's look at some of the names for this week. The first one is USDCAD. If you have been following my Twitter account, you do know that I'm already in this position, where uh, where my stop loss is at break even. My reasoning of entering was firstly this daily candle, right? So you saw this up move, plus there were internal demands. So why the question is why am I bearish? Oh, sorry, bullish. Bearish biased on CAD is because first the down close candle on CAD plus equal highs here, right? So if you see CAD equal highs here on GBP CAD, you are bouncing from this on weekly chart. Uh, on weekly chart, you are bouncing from this weekly block, and again equal highs here, right? So I do think cat can do this. Uh, if it doesn't do here, I will let it come here and take it. But let's go back to USD CAD. And so I do see some equal highs on inverse CAD names, and CAD has down close candles. So and plus on top of it, CAD also is bouncing from weekly/monthly blocks on some names. Feel free to look at it. If I go through all these details, which I look at for hours, the video will take way longer, right? I do have a feeling. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this is a tough week, right? As I said before. The problem is you are in this weekly uh, fair value gap, so you can just inverse, right? If you inverse, the hope goes away. At least till now, on daily the trend is up, on weekly the trend is up. So at least I didn't. So what I am thinking is CAD should go up. There is a slight chance it comes till here. I personally will lock my gains here, right? The reason is, damn, I'm against monthly trend, right? So what it looks like is right now it should do this. But because I'm in monthly trend, I don't prefer this so much. So that's why my stop loss is at break even. You have this daily demand, which is being respected. I just wanted to point it out. So I think you can see this up move. So if you want to enter here, sure. Right now, I- if it goes, the problem is if it goes down, I would not suggest entering. Uh, The next entry position here would be under this weekly block here, right? So this can happen. There is a USD CAD, yes, for sure. For sure it can happen. Other names, I would doubt it. So my focus would be either first is holding the position to break even and exiting here. But if it doesn't work, I'll focus on this area, right? Because you have this weekly block. So I would really recommend focus on this area and this area. That's what My preference would be why would I focus on that area? Let me explain. There is in ICT terms there is weekly fair value gap, right? In general, in supply demand terms, this whole thing is a demand here, so you can see something like that, right? So right now I'm holding this position. I am bearish biased on CAD. You have this, even if it pulls back, remember you have this LRE, so it can do something like this. And that's what I think. Maybe next month if this fills it. I don't know. But CAD, this is it. On Australian CAD. Now, Australian CAD is way different beast, guys, because Australian CAD uh, has this RBA statement, right? So I would mention two things on Australian CAD, guys, which is very important to notice. One is you just tested this daily block, so there is a probability it does something like this. Let's say it does this, right? Then please enter a position here somewhere in this block to target this and ideally this. Irrespective of news or not news, just before the news, set your stop loss to break even. So if it does this, then enter here, set your, not here, sorry. Depending on the price action, I will try my best to post on Twitter, but point being, I think it should reach it. Having said that, I do think it should break this, right? Will it happen right from here? It goes here? I don't know, right? I don't know. Odd is a weird pair. Remember, it's a pure risk on currency. So depends on the news over the weekend. I would say because these are equal highs, there is, and the way it's going up, there is a slight possibility that manipulation happens, right? So if there are two areas that I'm interested in, one is this, because there is a daily demand which was respected before here. You see this, so you can see this. Why not, right? So one is this. Of course, it can bounce from here. So if it does this, it's a legit bounce. You can find a continuation. If the manipulation is really, really bad, right, for some reason, then this is your best chance. So there are few ideas here, depending on RBA statement manipulation. And I would just say, whatever happens, take a trade before. If you want to take a trade before, there would be two ways. One is you take an entry here, but put your stop loss to break even if you get a move up. One is you don't take a trade before, right? And you let the price come here, right? And then you take it. The third is, let's say price goes here. I think it can be a great short in this region too, depending on the price action, obviously. So the reason I brought this chart up is there's such good trade ideas, and trust me, all are high quality. So one is you get this huge move right on Monday, starting from Sunday night, right? And then you take that. The second is on uh, on Monday you get this down move. You have to take it here, right? Because then Monday candle will go up. You can put stop loss to break even, and then you go up. And then if none of this happens, you wait for odd news. If it comes here, you go for up. Anyways, let's go to GBPCAD. GBPCAD I wanted to show, it's right now at daily demand. it just closed above it. Not daily demand, but daily block. It just closed above it. So what I am waiting on GBP CAD is right now it's acting both. It's it can be you can argue for bullishness and bearishness right here. So I want to see something like this. I personally want to see something like this because I am CAD bearish biased. The second option is it comes down same as odd. It comes down and I will take along here. Right. So this is the area of interest which is very high quality. What my preference would be is you go here, then later in the week you come here and then I will take again. That is also a possibility. But at least my personal preference, because I'm holding USD CAD, is let's just bounce from here. Anyway, now CAD JPY, because I'm bearish biased on CAD, if I get this option, depending on how other futures chart looks like, I would love to take this trade, and this will follow monthly trend. I would love it. Uh, if it can come here or here, right? I think there is a good possibility that CAD does something. Ideally, the most ideal situation is you come here, then you bounce from this, and then I short it, right? The most ideal situation. Uh, that's what I think on CADJPY. Why do I think this is an important area? Let me quickly show because it's a piece of beauty. Uh, so CAD, if you see, you have three red candles. Now the weekly is two red candles, so already and even close below the previous week. I would have loved if it was previous week low. Anyway, so if it goes down, right, and then comes up, this zone that I'm talking about is above this monthly high, which is right here, and this monthly. So the probability of this breaking this high is very, very low, in my opinion, especially when you are also with the monthly trend. Ideally, ideally, this happens uh, either at the very start of the week, which is because CAD news is CNY news is there, right? And that means when CAD will come here, CAD will act weak, which is great. So ideally, it happens at the very start of the week or very end of the week, because if it happens very end of the week, that means next it can continue for next month, right? And it can come in these areas. So that's my CAD JPY. Next is EUROCAD. So this is another example of why I'm bullish biased on CAD. Sorry, bearish biased on CAD. And this is the reason I have put this chart up. Is because this is a great weekly demand on CAD, right? With monthly uptrend. So plus on top of it, I cannot be very, very bullish biased on CAD till this gets tested. For me, this area has to be tested. And I'm honestly just waiting for that. And CPI is a good option, but I don't want to be like, oh, this will happen for sure. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for CAD to show. But I cannot be bullish biased with CAD unless this. I feel like this is such a clean draw on liquidity. I want CAD to do this. Anyway, on CAD names, I just wanted to on EuroCAD. I just wanted to show one thing, which is where did it? Oh yeah, this here itself. Why did all the lines go away? Yeah, yeah, here it is. So on CAD, I wanted to show if you see this weekly line here, right? This here. Is it this one? Yeah. Here and this here. Right here, there is a 12-hour demand. And under that, there is a very clean 8-hour demand. So I don't know if it will come here or not, but I think this would be a great chart. Great trade, especially when we're, and remember, let's say this comes here and CADJPY also does that. Oh wow, that would be such an awesome combination. And I definitely will trade that. Both of them will do this. I really would love that. Would really love that. So that's what I'm thinking on CAD. These are the names on CAD. I think I have to do it fast because this weekend video will become very long otherwise. So let's go with 12 hour on GBPCHF. You have this weekly block here, up close candle. Uh, I think this can do this. I would love it if I can combine it with CHF chart. Feel free to follow me on Twitter. I will share if something makes sense. No marketing, just that's the only way I can communicate during the week. Okay. So other thing is odd CHF. Again, the reason I'm bringing odd CHF is because odd has news this week. Yes, there is daily supply, and most probably it's according to the trend. But right now, I cannot be that uh, bearish biased on odd CHF according to the charts I'm seeing. But what I'm trying to say is, if on Monday you have this big move upside, then I would like to see something like that. Otherwise, let's say it comes here and on Tuesday on odd news it comes back here, then maybe. But right now, my focus is at least on the long side for now, just because how the charts are showing up. So for me, what I really like about odd CHF is you have to remember this is doji, right? The only up close candle happened after this area. So if there is a good manipulation, I will like what I mean whether is odd comes down, then I would focus on this area, which basically on daily demand. The reason I'm going these extreme areas is just because of the fact that the news is damn important. News is damn important, right? So here I can like if there is really legit manipulation, this whole this one, this area is where I'm interested in, right? And let's say we continue going down and there's manipulation, then I will take this. Otherwise, right now, at least yes, because of this daily demand, it can bounce that. I need more information personally, because this one is against the monthly trend. Okay, USD CHF again. Uh, One thing I wanted to show here is yes, it's following daily demand, and it can do this. My area of interest to short this is this. I would definitely short it here. Trust me on that. Right now, I'm not able to short it because of the weekly trend, but my focus is on this area. This is a very extreme good area. You can see my plan already mentioned here. That's what my focus is. Right now, if I want to go long on this, I want to see an up and then go here. So if right now I cannot do either, we are in that time of the week. Yes, we are. If you want to enter, I think like no, I would just say don't enter right now. Let's be safe. Then sorry. See this up move, let it come back, take up. See this down move, let it come back, take down. I would not short CHF for what it's worth. Sorry, short USD CHF, but I cannot long it here. Uh, if I would have entered somewhere here, that's a different thing, right? But I will again post it on Twitter if I see something. Why I like this is because it's just the chart. This is LRE, so you can do something like this. But if it comes here, guys, that's where I will short it. This is a clear short for me. Euro USD, I mentioned on the future chart, I would love, and trust me, I would love that if it can. The 12-hour chart is more simple. If it can come in this area. Okay, we discussed this. Euro JPY. So this is the week I think I would like to see some kind of manipulation. So this is where, it's tough and you have to focus on other charts somewhere. I want to see uh JPY come here. Will it come here? I don't know. I really don't. So what I would try to, because that will follow the monthly trend. So what I want to do on JPY is I want to play this here, right? So this has an amazing chart on 12 hour. Look at this beauty. So I think this can happen, right? I think Euro JPY is the best candidate to say this can happen. The monthly trend is neutral on this. I mean, the monthly trend is good enough on this, much better than CADJPY. Now, this there are two things, two zones here which I would recommend. I have to show the weekly first. One is this here, this here. One is this here. This one is tough to show, but I'll try my best. Yeah, okay. So if you want to play upside, which I think you should this week, then this is your zone, right? If you want to play downside, you have two zone. One is this, one is this. What's the price action here? You can blindly short it here, whatever you want. So there's one here, one here. Now, one thing I would really recommend is, okay, let me do that in the end because just to clarify. Again, GBP JPY, this is where I think, I would love to see all these bounce. GBP JPY, I would be really surprised if this doesn't bounce. Uh, why can't, damn it, yeah, okay. Why do I say that? A very clean daily demand with a wick structure. So I think this at least deserves to go here, right? Now, will it continue here or here? I don't know. I would imagine it to go down just because of monthly trend. But right now, I think you're looking for something like this. So GBP JPY is your best bet to play long, right? I think it's great one to play long here. And I feel there is also the reason I love this chart for upside here is this can happen at the start of the week, perfect for CNY news. So you see this daily demand, okay? Fine. Now look at this 12-hour order block. I block, I should say. I don't want to confuse it with ICT because I don't want people to say it's wrong or something. This is what I see. And then there's this 8 hour. There's so much damn confluence here that I think you're looking at this at least here, right? So that's what I would say on GBP JPY. USD JPY similar as GBP JPY, but I prefer GBP JPY more than USD JPY. Okay. Then okay. So the reason I'm showing you this, guys, the reason I'm showing you this, there's just one reason, is just to see how I play. Sometimes I don't play USDCHF because, sorry, JPY because of this. Right now, NZD is not the strongest. So that means JPY will not be the weakest, right? So if you get a test of this area during the week, I would really recommend start looking at CHF weakness is JPY weakness. Okay. So this is where, let's say I'm trading GBP JPY. Let's say it does this, right? And then it comes back. And let's say GBP NZD comes here or Euro NZD comes here. Then I will definitely add on my position. I just wanted to mention that. All right, so that's it for this video. It's gonna be tough week, guys. Be ready. Keep that. What I'm trying to say is not that, oh, be scared. But what I'm trying to say is keep that mindset, which means focus on very high quality, be patient, hold your position, no FOMO. All all trades should be with a disciplined approach. I hope this helped. I hope the ideas made sense. I hope the thought process made sense. I wish you all the best for the trading week. Stay safe. All right, guys. See you next week.